Casey if you are new here, and today I'm going to be doing my makeup. I haven't done a makeup tutorial in a minute. I'm really excited. My kids are on summer break, so they're here. Probably going to hear them in the background. I've already moisturized my skin. I got some new makeup brushes. I'm really excited. I haven't used them. I've used the brand before, but I haven't used these. They're so pretty. Got some for the face, new ones for the eyes. I'm going to start with the Natasha Denona High Glam concealer. I don't know what's going on with my voice. I need water. I have really been enjoying this concealer. What brush am I gonna use? This is so exciting. I'm gonna use the MŌDA Pro Buffer Brush 180. So far so good. Ooh, I really like how that blended that in. So nice. And then up here. This concealer is super lightweight, but has great coverage. I like using a lighter shade under my eyes just to brighten. And as you can see, a little goes a long way. I actually could have used less. I'm gonna go wet my beauty blender. I'll be right back. And I'm just gonna go over that with my beauty blender. Now that I'm 37, I have these little tiny lines under my eyes. And when I do this with a beauty blender and go over it, just to make sure that it's nice and blended and I don't have any creasing, it really helps with that. And then I'm gonna go in with my foundation. I'm going to be taking my all-time favorite. I've been using this for 15 years, on and off, not consistently. Estee Lauder Double Wear. It is so good. When it was time for me to get a new foundation, I was like, you know, I'm gonna go back to my Estee Lauder Double Wear. And I've been loving it. I like to put it on the back of my hand, and then I will put it, like dot it on my face. And this foundation actually lasts me a while because you don't need a lot. I actually probably got too much right now. I saw that they had this at Ross the other day and they had my color and it was only $20. But I didn't get it because I didn't know if it was like legit, you know? Buying makeup from Ross and TJ Maxx makes me a little nervous just because I've heard things and I would rather just spend the money on the real thing. I don't know, is it legit? Do you guys know? Let me know. And I'm just using that same buffer brush. My ring light broke, and so I'm having to use natural light, which I actually really enjoy, but it's kind of, I feel like it's kind of bright. Like too bright. And I'm doing stippling motions just to get full coverage, and it really pushes the product into the skin. These brushes are so soft, and I will leave everything that I use down below. Oh, I got bangs. I don't know if it's a midlife crisis, but one day last week I got out of the shower and I went to blow dry my hair and I was like, we're doing it. Like very impulsive, and I really enjoyed them that day, and then literally the next day I was like, what the f did I do? So first impression of this MŌDA Pro 180 buffer brush is 5 out of 5. It is so nice. I really like this brush for concealer and foundation. Next, I'm going to set under my eyes with the Laura Mercier translucent powder. This is like their little mini travel size. I like to put it in the cap and then take one of these sponge things. I need to get a new one. This has seen better days. It's a little crusty. I'm only taking this under my eyes. So I'm gonna look up and press. And then also between my eyes. Next, I'm going to contour. And to do that, I'm gonna use the MŌDA Pro Sculpt brush. Looks like that. Dense. And then I'm going to take Benefit Hoola bronzer. I'm going to try and snatch my face. And then I'm going to buff it. I really like the shape of this because it's keeping the color right where I want it. And I find that contouring before putting like face powder on, it just lasts a lot longer. And then just under my jawline to get rid of that fluff. Around my hairline, so like all right here. And then I'm going to take this shader brush from MŌDA. It's an eyeshadow brush. I love using eyeshadow brushes for nose contour. It's my favorite. And I'm just creating like a little circle around my nose. And when I go to set this with powder, it'll look a lot more blended. Now I'm going to go ahead and set my face. So I'm going to take MAC's Mineralized Skin Finish and Light Plus, my favorite powder of all time. This powder is so, so good. I'm going to use this pointed blush brush. And I'm just going to take this all over. I'm going to use the Natasha Denona Duo Glow Blush in Raya. And I'm going to use that same brush that I used to apply my powder, just kind of knock off any excess, make sure it's clean. This blush is so freaking beautiful. And I'm just going to press or tap that on. It has a glow to it. Whatever's left, I'll just dust on my nose. This is the brush that actually made me fall in love with MŌDA brushes. This is only, not this one, this is a new one, but the glow brush from MŌDA, I got one in like one of those subscription makeup boxes a while ago, and I've had it for years. I still have it. The best highlight brush. If you have been looking for a highlight brush, I highly, highly recommend this one. It fits so perfect right here. It's not too dense, it's not too soft, and it's just so perfect for the highlight. I'm gonna go in with Too Faced Moon Crush Out of This World highlighter. This is a new highlighter from Too Faced, and I have been so obsessed. You don't need a lot. I'm gonna tap off the excess there. And I like to put this just on top of like where my blush is at. It's so beautiful, look at that, oh my god. I'm going to move on to my brows. I'm gonna take my all-time favorite Maybelline Express Brow Gel in the shade Deep Brown. Zoom you in a little. Run this through, just coating my hairs. I like to come out this way to kind of pull the hair out. I love this stuff so much. I've repurchased it over and over. And I love that it's drugstore, because I used to use the Benefit, which is pricey, and this is like the same. Sometimes when I push too hard, it'll get a little muddy, so I'll just take my pencil, my spoolie on my pencil, and just run it through. And then I feel like the Botox made my eyebrow shape different. I'm going to take some concealer to the back of my hand, and then I'm going to take this MŌDA Angular brush. It's nice and small and flat, and I'm going to pick up a little bit of concealer, and I'm just going to kind of clean up here. I feel like the filter on my camera is so intense. I let that dry for a few minutes, and then I take my NYX micro brow pencil, and then I like to just fill in these gaps that I have under here. I cannot talk and do my brows, so we're gonna have a moment of silence. And then right here, I'd like to extend my brow. So I'll bring it out a little. I just like what it does to my face. And then depending on how steady my hand is, sometimes I'll have to go in with concealer to clean this up. I'll do the other side. Brows are done. I like to take my eyebrow pencil. I have a little mole right here on my nose, and I just go, I'm shaky now. I just do a little twisty to bring my mole back. So face and brows are done. I just have to do my eyes and lips. I'm gonna take a potty break. I'll be right back. For eyes, I'm going to be using this nude palette that I got from Too Faced, Cosmic Crush. This palette, you guys, is so beautiful. And I don't really get excited about eyeshadow palettes because one, I own so many and they can get repetitive. But there's something about this palette that I'm just like, I got it in PR, but I feel like if I didn't receive this in PR, I totally would have went out and purchased it. It is so beautiful. Let me show you. I've already been using it, so oh, you can still see. There's a moon, clouds, like the packaging, I'm already sold. So right here, I've already been using it, so I don't know if you could see. It has a moon and stars engraved. It's this beautiful gray. And then we have all of these gorgeous colors. I love it because you have your pops of color. If you want to do a smoky eye, you got your smoky eye in there. If you want to do a neutral eye, you could do that. Again, if you want to have some pops of color, we got that. So just a really fun, beautiful palette. Beautiful, beautiful. I've already used it and I'm obsessed. I'm going to go in with Interstellar, which is this really beautiful matte. It's great for the crease. I'm not going to go in with an eyeshadow primer just because I have foundation and powder on my lids, so I feel like I'm good to go. But I'm just going to take this in the crease and then just blend it upwards. And this is going to be my transition color. Next, I'm going to take Out of This World, and I'm going to pop this right in the crease, but I'm not going to blend it up towards the brow bone. I'm just going to keep it in the crease. I think I'm going to do a pop of color, but I'm going to do it on the lower lash line. That's always really fun. So I'm going to take Twinkle Twinkle on my lid. To pack on my lid color, I'm going to use the MŌDA shade brush. Same brush I used to contour my nose with. And I'm just going to look down into my mirror and pack this on. Oh, wowie, wowie, wowie. This is so pretty. Oh my god. Oh wow. Wow. This is so pretty. And I'm gonna work it into the crease. I'm gonna keep it kind of rounded. And I like to take a makeup setting spray. This is the Too Faced Makeup Insurance. And I have the color packed on my brush here. And I'm just gonna spray it. Oh, I hope that didn't get my camera dirty. Again, pack. I did get a little bit of fallout. How I clean that up is I'll just take a big, fluffy, soft, super, super soft brush, and I'll just lightly tap my face. Another thing you can do is get tape and just like lift it off. I don't know where my tape is. So it's always a good idea to lay down a transition color. So that first color I went in with in my crease it's nice to start there. That way when you do apply your lid color, it has something to blend into. So if you just go in with a lid color, I mean, you can always blend it out, but it takes a lot more work and it just doesn't look as seamless. So I highly recommend laying down a transition color and then going in with your lid color. And Hypernova, I'm gonna take to my lower lash line. And I'm gonna use the MŌDA detail brush. It's nice and small and round, perfect for the lower lash line. Then I want to add something to my inner corner. I'm going to take this MŌDA filbert brush. It's like a dense, small detail brush. And I'm going to pick up Moon Glow. I'm going to pop that in the inner corner of my eye. Ooh. Ooh. I love it. Then I'm going to dip back into my Too Faced highlight, what I used on my face, the Moon Crush, and I'm going to take this brush. It's a little bit bigger than the last brush I used. It's a flat detail brush. Pick up some of that. And I'm going to pop that on my brow bone. And then I'm just going to lightly blend just under my brow bone. Next, I'm going to do eyeliner, and I'm only going to do eyeliner because I'm going to be applying eyelashes, and I just like to have that darker lash line, but I'm going to keep it really, really thin. And I'm taking my all-time favorite liquid eyeliner from Too Faced. This is the Better Than Sex Easy Glide Waterproof Liquid Eyeliner. And I'm just going to lightly line. No wing. I'm going to take the Too Faced Better Than Sex mascara. So when I wear falsies, I like to do a thin coat of mascara just to give the lashes some lift and blend them into the falsies. For my lashes, I'm going to use my all-time favorite from Ardell, the 113. Don't mind these crusty ones up top. I already used those, and this is what they look like. I'll probably use these right here. Aren't they so pretty? There's so many lash brands out there, and I always go back to Ardell. They're my favorite. I love how thin the band is. I cannot stand a lash band that is thick and heavy. It drives me crazy. They're difficult to put on, and it just feels really heavy on the eye. My favorite glue is from Duo, and it's the Quick Set Strip Lash Adhesive in white clear. And it has this like little applicator. Applicator looks like that. Really easy to get it onto the band. Tweezers are your best friend when it comes to applying lashes. Normally I would fit these and cut to make sure that they fit, but I've used these before and they fit my eye perfect, so I just go in. I like to hold it in the center, right there in the center with my tweezers, as close as I can, and this just gives me more control. So I wait about 10 seconds for this to get a little, I don't want it dry, but I don't want it super wet because then it will slide around. So I like to have it a little like tacky before I apply it. It sticks and it's ready to dry. So I like to get my mirror and put it below my chin, and I look down into it. So down into my mirror, I push it down right in the middle, drag the inner corner, push that in, outer corner, push that down. I like to use the other side of the tweezers to push underneath my lid. That way it's right in my lash line. It's so crazy to me how much of a difference putting on a lash makes. Like, this is cool, but this is like, okay, lashes are on. Now for my bottom lash mascara, I'm gonna use the Too Faced Better Than Sex Waterproof. And hit my lashes. Now it's time for lips. I'm gonna go in with Natasha Denona, I Need a Nude Lip Crayon. I'm gonna be using the color Gaia, which is such like the perfect nude ever. And then I'm going to take Laura Mercier Beige in Time, which is one of my favorite nude lipsticks ever. It is so perfect. And it goes really, really well with this lip liner. And then I'm going to take the MŌDA round brush, blend, kind of like smudge. And this is the finished look. I'm really, really happy with how it came out. I really miss doing these. I feel like back in the day, I would do my makeup every day. Not just like a natural look, like I would do bold looks every day because it was therapeutic for me and I just liked the way it made me feel. And then I went through this phase in my life of like, I don't need makeup. I don't need makeup to be beautiful. Makeup doesn't define us. It's just a form of expression and it really, really is therapeutic. So I just want to encourage you guys to play with makeup. If you haven't played with makeup or you've been afraid to, I would say just play. You know, it washes off, it comes off, it's not permanent. And I always just feel so much better. I feel like I'm so much more productive. That feeling of like being put together is just so nice and I've missed it. I will definitely be doing more makeup tutorials on this channel. I know that those videos don't do the best on my channel, but I need to, you know, create and express from a place that is authentic and not just create content based on how many views I'm gonna get, if that makes sense. So more makeup tutorials are going to come. If you guys have any questions or requests or anything like that, I would love you to leave a comment and I will see you guys in the next video. Thank you so much for watching. Peace. Cool.